in game, energy number 7, probably about the 6 hours you're playing tennis. You want to put icy hot now so that you have the high energy. I already taken my, I've done my in-between routine, which we'll talk about shortly. And then when you do the match, you go to these points. Hawaii Tennis Pro talking to you for April, and we're going to talk to you about cramping and playing multiple matches. The biggest problem that most people have is, well, it's generally not a big problem, but normally if you play a tournament, you play two singles, maybe two doubles. We are playing a bunch of round robins, and what happened was I ended up playing two categories by accident. So I played the men's category and the mixed category, and that means three matches in men's, which is only a single 6 game set, and three matches in mixed, which is also a single 6 game set. But the issue is, regardless if it's a 6 game set, you basically play for 1 hour every time you play a match. And so we're going to discuss to you about recovery, how to get ready for multiple matches, and how to stay in control of the situation so you don't die or cramp out. Cramping is a severe problem, especially in the hot weather climates. I'm playing in Southeast Asia. In Hawaii in August, it's really, really bad also. And so we'll talk to you about the things you need to have to prevent cramping. And here's the first thing. You need a good electrolyte. I like electrolyte powders because this is only 5 baht. That's like a quarter. And what I do is I mix it with my jug of water and ice. You gotta have cold water and ice because if you ever drink cold water at night and you go to sleep, you feel really cold. It chills you down, and that's a big part of staying in a match, avoiding heat issues. So you want to make sure you have cold electrolyte, icy. If it's really hot out, you want to chew the ice on the changeovers and get an icy towel put on your neck. But I like electrolytes because I can control how much I put into the bag or how much I put into how much water. You can have Gatorade, but you want to mix the Gatorade 50-50 with water. Now we also want to have an energy source in the match. And I don't mean food, I mean like a non-sugar caffeinated energy source. If I drink Coke, it's just a little bit too much sugar for me. If I drink sugar, there's always a sugar down. But when you drink a caffeine source, you gotta make sure you mix it with your electrolyte drink. Like you drink the Diet Coke, one sip, and you have 2 sips of water. So you maintain the balance. You always wanna make sure you have enough electrolyte to balance out the diuretic effects of the caffeine because the caffeine will cause you to lose water. Diet Coke is simple. I buy a 2 liter bottle, I drink it in the match, and it maintains my energy level throughout the entire match. And I've tried coffee, but it's too much caffeine, and I start to cramp out. So I like the low levels of caffeine you have in the Diet Coke, like 25 milligrams. Whereas if you go with coffee, you're looking at 100 milligrams or more sometimes, or less. But don't drink like Red Bulls or iced teas. They're too sugary. It'll burn you out and you'll cramp out. But that's one of the most important keys is you gotta have an energy source so that you stay at a high level. One of the things with Royal D is once you start drinking it, you have to keep drinking it because of the sugar. But the third thing is a banana. By having a banana in your stomach and having something in your stomach, you'll prevent the cramping you occur after the match. Right after the match is over, if you take a shower or cool your body down too quickly, you start cramping. But if you have a banana, take a bite. So the routine is a banana bite, a sip of Diet Coke, and 2 sips of electrolyte. And you're in pretty good shape for your match. Then you don't have to worry about cramping and you'll be ready, you'll be able to play at a high level throughout the entire match. The third item is something that people may or may not know about. You want to have a hot cream or a sport cream. The reason for this is because the hot cream or sport cream allows you to maintain your energy level throughout the whole thing. It brings blood to the area, and so that generally prevents cramping. So that's what you want to try to have as much as possible. Hot creams normally will delay cramping, so you want to put it on before you cramp to start bringing blood to that area. I don't know if it's mental. I don't know if it really works. It works for me. So when I get a cramp, I start putting hot cream on it, and no problem. So that's what you want to try to have. You want to have these 4 items when you're playing matches in your bag to prevent cramping and to perform at a high level for an entire match. I went 7 sets yesterday. That's 7 hours of tennis doing these things. What did we talk about? We talked about the things you need to recover for a match. So before the match, you do your normal drink water and eat something. You want to eat about an hour and a half before you play. During the match, it's the banana, one bite. It's the Coke Zero, one sip. The electrolyte, 2 sips. The electrolyte powder is make it normal dosage and then add like another 50% water, 1 to 1 water to that dosage. So it's watered down a little bit. Um, Icy hot in case you start to cramp out. And what you want to try to do is like I put the icy hot whenever it starts to come. I don't put it when it's happening. And that way I get into a routine. I'm doing it on every changeover. So my opponents don't realize, they might think something's up, but I also do it to make my legs hot. And that way when you play more matches, you can sustain that. The biggest issue when you play multiple matches, you start getting physically tired. And so you have to really focus mentally and be really aggressive. Just force yourself to go after the ball. Focus on having happy feet and being really, really aggressive and attacking the ball as much as possible, going for good shots. Don't fall into this passive attack thing. You want to be stable, but you want to be aggressive and attack the ball. And for me, it's about being high energy and really going after the ball.